I'm live on YouTube or not. So, I kind of like this view. Okay, let me get myself together. Y'all listen. I was trying to go live on my computer, but the little YouTube icon just kept spinning and would not move forward. Let's see if I can change this. It's okay. You know what? Let's just do it on the iPad, okay? Let's just do it like that. And that's what we gonna do, okay? Good. All right, hey y'all, hey, listen, if you are here and you part of my day ones, you already know what to do, baby. Go and tell me what kind of day are you having. And if you are here on the replay squad, hey Alicia, do me a favor and say replay so I can come back and show you a little bit of love. I'm just trying to get myself together here. Because I have to have my little notes, baby, because your girl will forget what she what she was about to say. Okay, listen here. We've been talking all week about Ozempic. The whole week been about Ozempic. Why? Because everybody and their mama want to try it, and it's out here in these internet streets, and the Lord had told me to say something. So today, what I want to talk about is something just a little bit deeper because my mind is always thinking about what it's like to be really the version of me when I was in that position, when I was like, okay, something has to change. I had been round and round and round and round and round the rodeo. And truth be told, I speak a lot about transformation and being changed and being unrecognizable. But if I was being honest with you and me, when I first started this journey, none of that was on my mind. I wasn't trying to be transformed. I was trying to be unrecognizable. I wasn't trying to be changed into a brand new person. That was not the thing that made me take a step. Because when you think about it, trying to be transformed is a completely different journey than what most people do. Most of us are just trying to escape something. And so that's the question I want you to ask yourself today. So, are you trying to escape or are you trying to transform? So when I say are you trying to escape is when you just wanted the pain to stop, okay? You just want relief from where you are right now in life and you want to get this weight off as fast as you can. You want to feel better, all right? You want to look better. You want your clothes to fit better. You're not trying to face what got you here in the first place. Ain't nobody talking about that. We just talking about how can I not feel and look like this, right? But transformation is what happens when you are ready for your entire life to change, not shift. Because remember, shift is like just moving stuff around. You know, you just shuffling. Okay, we're not shuffling, but transformation is when you're ready for the entire life, not just what people see on the outside, but you want every part of your life to change. So how you think, potentially who you do life with, how you eat, how you move your body, how you talk to yourself, how you trust God. That is what you want to change when you're like, God, all this has to be different. So escape just want to stop being uncomfortable. It just wants the pain to stop. I don't know a better way to say it, but it just wants a way out of what is really making you uncomfortable. Right? It just wants a way out. It just wants it to stop. But transformation is like, no, I want my whole life to change. Okay. I want to approach it in a way that makes my whole life change. So, one, I want to tell you the difference because when I first started this journey, my coaching friend told me, and everybody told the whole world, that I was a professional box checker. She said Tuka was a professional box checker, and she is not lying. Okay, I live by a planner, I love a good to-do list. Okay, I like instructions because it make me, I can see my progress and performance, and I think that all has a place. But if you do that, and you're not really intentional about you changing, then nothing will happen. So we always tell a story about my journey. So early, I was the most obedient student. Like I did everything she told me to do, like from day one. Whether I liked it or understood it, I didn't need to. I just did everything she told me to do. And so we were rocking and rolling. We were about 5 months in, I'm down like 60, 70 pounds. And I mean, I'm talking about that thing is going well. We doing so good. And really what I was doing was just getting an A from her every day because I would send her all of my information from the day, my water, my everything, my exercise, my food. I would send everything to her. And then she would either, most times, sometimes she would give it like a question or a response, but most time I would just get a little thumbs up, right? So a little thumbs up meant you got that right, right? And we were winning, right? So it was working. But I would be lying if I said at that point things about me were changing. I was just losing weight, okay? I was just losing weight and checking boxes and getting A's. So I think it was roughly like 6 months in, I had great progress. And just like I'm going live here on YouTube, all throughout the pandemic, I was live on Facebook. And so I would go live almost every day and just be like, yeah, my coach is the most amazing. This transformation is phenomenal. Things are going great. And but I was wondering in the back of my mind, didn't say it publicly, but I was wondering, when is this lady gonna let me have ice cream? Because it's been half a year and I ain't had no ice cream. So I'm just trying to figure out, what day am I gonna be good enough? What day will you say I was good enough that I could have some ice cream? So one day we were on the phone and I said, so listen, quick question. Quick question. When will I be able to have ice cream? And she was like, will you stop asking? And I'm like, what kind of ham and cheese riddle is this? Because if I can't ask you, how am I going to know that I can have it? If I'm not allowed to ask, how am I going to answer the question? Because I'm just trying to figure out what day we get ice cream. That's all I really want to know. What day are we having ice cream? And she's saying, when you stop asking. None of this makes any sense to me. So I'm like, I'm not wild enough, because y'all know my coach, she's pretty tough. And I'm not wild enough to ask her again. Okay, so I'm not going to ask her again, but I'm still wondering. Okay, when? But I ain't going to ask. Maybe she'll tell me one day. But it obviously ain't yet. She ain't said nothing. I can't ask. So time goes on, months go on, and one day we were celebrating something in my family, and she had given me permission. She actually had given me a recipe to make ice cream, so I was using her recipe, which I had seen before, but I wanted to try it. So she brought it up. I said, "Let me try it." So she said, "Well, what'd you think about it?" So I made it for my entire family because we were celebrating. And she said, "Well, what'd you think? Let's what'd you think about the recipe?" And I said, "Oh, I didn't get any." And she said, "No, no, no. I want you to taste it because I want to know what you think about the recipe." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want any." And she's like, "No, like seriously, I want to know what you think about this recipe." And it was in that moment that we realized, okay, I am not the same person that started this journey. I was no longer the person that took months from when we asked that question. I just went crazy enough to ask again, right? So what we realized is that I was different. There were some different things about me. Ice cream just didn't have me the way it used to have me, because ice cream used to have me. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. When I was 80 pounds heavier than I am today, I wasn't just heavy. It wasn't just physical weight. Like I was hurting, okay? Like inside and out, okay? I had high blood pressure. Y'all, I was exhausted. I was so tired. I felt like everybody needs me to do everything. Nobody does anything for me. And I'm just falling apart. And if I didn't have to do all these things for everybody, I could do more for me. And I wouldn't be in this situation. But I got all these responsibilities. And it wasn't just like wife and kid. It was like in my job. I had a small business on the side. I taught classes at the church. Like I was doing all these things. So for somebody to come to me and say, I'm going to give you a process so you can transform. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you to fix this. Okay. I want you to fix what I'm in, because I just want to feel better. So I did need to lose weight. And losing weight and changing how I ate and fixing my body, all of that, it did help me. It healed some things inside my body. But if I had been left right there and I just said, look at you, girl, down 80 pounds. And I went from a size, I told y'all I was like a size, um, okay, the truth is I was a size 18, but I wasn't gonna buy no 18s. Okay. So I had some 18s, but I wasn't gonna buy no more. I had just reached the point where I said, what, I'm just not gonna, that's not cute for me. Okay. It just don't match nothing about me. So we're gonna squeeze in these 16s as much as we can. So I went from a 16 to a size 8. Okay. To small shirts. It was just like a lot of change. But if even though I had a significant external change, if I would have never done the digging to fix here, I promise you, I went back 250 today. Okay? Because I needed a transformation, even though I started the journey looking for a fix, an escape. Okay? So God had to show me that, like, transformation, becoming something new, becoming unrecognizable, becoming a completely different person. It doesn't happen like in like a snap of your fingers. It does not. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen when you like, it just doesn't happen that fast. And here's what I want to say: like, if God were to make that happen, if that would have happened, I would have, God would say, girl, there you go. There go your 50 pounds. So that's all I wanted was 50. So first of all, I would have missed my whole blessing because all I wanted was 50 pounds. If God would have granted me what I had asked him for, if he said, here you go. All right. Things I would have never learned to do is to be obedient even when I don't feel like it. All right. I would have never learned to impose boundaries around me so that people who love me could stay and those who just needed my yeses could leave. I would have never learned that. I would have never learned I didn't even have boundaries. I would have never learned that I was a people pleaser. I would have never learned I was inconsistent. I would have never learned that I was a I never would have learned that I'm a teacher and I don't need somebody's classroom to do it. I never would have learned that. So when I come here on YouTube, I'm teaching this same thing I did in my classroom. As and one of them children that I taught from 2016 on. Them jokers will tell you, Miss James always been the way I think I started teaching in. What year I started teaching? Nope. I said 2016. 2011 on. Okay? From 2011 on. Them jokers will tell you, Miss James always will stop teaching social studies to do this right here. I've been doing this. But I didn't see no value in it. I thought my value only existed in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? I thought my value, hold on, y'all, because it might not be none. I thought I had some on my lip. Sorry. We gonna keep it 100. I kept doing it because I thought something was on my lips, but I guess that's just a little shine. I thought it was like something else. All right. So I would have never learned those things. There were days that I would have rather laid down. All right. There were days where I had to move my body twice a day. All right. And I'm legit like, baby, I did it the first time. Now I got to do it again. All right. So transformation is what happens when you start living in a way that says, my life matters to God. Like, I'm not doing this for something external. I'm not doing this to fit in no outfits. I'm doing this because it's what my father told me to do, so I can do what he told me to do. All right? So here's what transformation really looks like. Here's what it looks like to become a different person. Old me would have said, baby, I don't feel like it, but I've been doing good. I ate pretty good today. I don't got to move my body. I always had it out for me. All right? Transformation, becoming something different, unrecognizable, means I do not feel like doing this, but watch me do it anyway. Watch me do it anyway. Transformation looks like deciding in advance what you gonna eat and not wait until somebody get on your nerves or you're hungry to be like, okay, what I'm about to eat. Now you about to eat everything in front of you, everything that show up in your face, you about to eat it because you haven't made a plan. Transformation looks like making a hard choice in the kitchen. All right, it's cookies in there, but I ain't gonna have none. It's ice cream in there, but I'm not gonna have none. I would rather eat cake than this salad. And I'm going to eat the salad anyway. That's what becoming somebody different and unrecognizable. So I told you that's when my family be like, girl, who are you? Because they already know if it's a cookie in the room, Tanisha was about to get it. So to be the person who could stare a cookie down, they're like, who are you? And where I know you from? Transformation looks like not trying to do this by myself, because another issue I had before I went through my journey was I thought I was the answer to everything I had going on, right? Which is why I was around here flexing on people, because you're not going to play with me, all right? Now I ain't got to flex on you. I got a father for that, okay? So it looks like asking God every day, Lord, help me to make the best decision for this body. Help me to choose what you would have me to eat, what was going to help this body operate the way you want it to operate instead of doing what I want to do. Now, I don't want cookies every day anymore, but I would be lying to you if I said there were days that I'm like, I wish I had a little cake, okay? Or I go somewhere. Normally, it'll happen like if I'm out somewhere, all right? And I don't have a plan. I haven't pre-decided. So transformation doesn't happen because you were perfect, but the first step that you got to make to be transformed and not escape is to say, you know what? I'm going to change on the inside, and it's going to show up on the outside. All right? It's going to, so escape Might give you some relief temporarily. I had escaped multiple times. I remember distinctly one season in 2016. I just looked at a picture of me from 2016 where I was like, I thought I was too cute. Okay. I could tell I thought I was cute. Signs that you can tell that Tanisha thinks she cute. Okay. Here are the ways you can know Tanisha thinks she cute. Okay. She got on fancy earrings, not hoops. Okay. These are my regular, degular, everydays. But she got on some like decorative stuff. If she got like a little color on her eyes and she put some heels on, she thinks she cute. She thinks she cute, okay? And when I had a relaxer in my head, baby, if she got them layers curled up and they whoosh, 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 laying right, she thinks she cute. So as I picture me and I could look at the picture and tell, I thought I was cute, all right? And I had gotten some results. I had lost some weight. I had to put a number on it, which I can't remember. I may have lost about 30 pounds. I might have hit 199, okay? I had gotten some results and I was cute, okay? But I gained it all back because guess what? When you trying to escape, those receipts, those results, they temporary, they fade, they're fleeting. They come and they will leave you. But when you transform from the inside out, you can get results that last and last and last and last. And so this is why I say we not starting over. Okay? Because with transformation, you don't keep starting over. You plan and you pivot. But we not starting over. And I know we supposed to transform. I know we won't escape, but God wants us to transform. How do I know? Because Romans 12 and 2 say what? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed. So that's what we're doing. Okay? So in my community, where I coach women like this every day, all right, we not just eating better, we are eating better, but we thinking better, we living better, we acting better, we talking better, we walking better, we're doing everything better. Everything, because we're not escaping nothing, we becoming something different. Okay? So now, in this, I don't want you to think that we don't never bump our heads and make no mistakes. I don't want you to think that. I do not want you to think that. Like, I don't want you to think that we do this thing. That's why I always say we're not perfect, okay? But we for sure consistent. All right. So the ticket is to realize we're not in here for no escape, because it's gonna catch you. Okay, you're gonna escape. You're gonna be temporary. They're like people. I just saw a story on Instagram about a woman. Now, it could be true, could be false, but it said the woman. I think it said in the 80s or the 90s. So the woman rented a helicopter and helped her husband escape from jail. How long you think he was out? How long you think he was out? All right, it was temporary. He got out. He had a little fun for a little bit, but he carried his tail right on back. Okay, it's temporary. You're gonna get caught. When you're gonna get caught. All right, but when you become something different, you then become the person who can do the things that you got to do consistently, and then you get to keep it. You can't consistently escape and run from the law. All right, so instead of choosing escape, I want you to make sure that you're clear on what you choose. And I need you to choose transformation. If you did say I choose transformation in the chat, if you're ready to stop starting over, I need you. I need you. I need you in my free Ready Set Habits Wellness Community. We are doing a training on Thursday at 5 p.m. That's Thursday. Oh, y'all gonna make me make up the day, ain't we? Okay, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 7, 8, 9, 10. April 10th. Come on, Alicia. April 10th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are doing a training. I do these trainings every month in the community where I teach. As Alicia, I taught them for 7 days, not 5. But I thought I should have done. The Holy Spirit said, make it 7. All right? But do this every single month. I teach April 10th, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about make your life match your goals. All right? So I need you to get in there. Go to ReadySetHabits.com. Let's go, Alicia. ReadySetHabits.com. We are working together, okay? And we're not working to escape. I'm not going to help you escape. I'm not going to be like that woman and rent a helicopter and get you out so you can go right back. We're not going right back. We're not going back. All right? We're becoming somebody different. somebody who's unrecognizable, okay? So absolutely, 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 and absolutely love you to life. If you're not in the community, I don't know what you're waiting on. If you're not in Ready Set Habits, just tell me in the comments what you waiting on, okay? Why you ain't got in there and brought your friends? Because baby, she over there serving for the free, okay? I love y'all to life. I will see y'all tomorrow at the same bad time, same bad place. Hey, LaJoy, where you been? I'll see y'all tomorrow, same bad time, same bad place. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here in these YouTube streets. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.